I hope that you're well, and also hope that you are having a good day so far. Today we'll be doing our grade 1 English lesson on alphabetical order. And before we start, we're going to log on to aplusstudents.ca. Once we've logged on to aplusstudents.ca with our username as well as our password, and then we're going to select the subject of English Language Arts, grade 1. And then we're going to scroll down up until we get to the chapter of alphabetical order. All right, so our chapter is alphabetical order. Our subject is English Language Arts. Grade 1. And then the lessons that we are going to be focusing on under the chapter of alphabetical order, it is to put the letters in ABC order. All right, so if we look at, or when we look at our lesson, and if we think of words that are in alphabetical order, then we automatically and generally think of the letters in the alphabet from A to Z. So we look at the alphabet, we said, which is A to Z, And if we look at the alphabet A to Z, right, can you identify these letters? Q, can you identify the letter K? All right. So you can also identify K. So identify Q. Try to find K and try to find B within that letters A to Z. All right. So if we were to identify or find the letters Q, here we have Q. To find the letters K, we can go back and there we have K. And here we have B, right? And if we were to look at that word, not even the words, if we were to look at that letters, right, in alphabetical order, and then we can say that B goes first in the alphabet, and then thereafter, right, we have K, which is in the alphabet, and the letter that goes last is Q. That is not if you were to put it in its order of which letter first in the alphabet to which letter is last in the alphabet. All right. So if you even were to, let's say, identify your name, right? Remember, our names are basically letters that is formed together to make our name, right? All right. So when we talk about it being in alphabetical order, then in alphabetical order, we literally just talk about us saying the whole of the alphabet, which is anything from A right down to Z. And in the alphabet, we have 26 letters. So there are 26 alphabetical letters. Yeah. And then once again, right, we have alphabetical order is words, not even words, it's letters from A to Z. And if we were to identify certain letters, right, and then we can clearly see that the letters Q, K, and P, right, are alphabetical words. And B comes first. Then we have K, and then we have Q, which comes last. All right. So now we're going to a+students.ca and we're going over words with alphabetical order or basically letters of the alphabet that we put in order, like alphabetical order. All right, so now we're going to put the letters in ABC order. All right, so we see that we need to look at the alphabet, right? And we have to find first Q, K, and B. Now we need to find the letters G. There we have G. There we have O. And there we have E, which is already underlined. And if we look at the letters G, O, E, then E is the letter that goes first in the alphabet. That is not compared to the three letters that were identified. So we say that E goes first, then we have E, then we have G, and then O goes last. And if we look at that word, the word that it makes is ego. All right. So we can spell basically ego, and we had to put those words, or let's say the letters, in alphabetical order. The next one is we have to identify, we have to find Y, find L, and find A. All right, so if we were to identify and find the letters here, we have Y right in the back. Then we have L literally in the middle. And then we have A, which is the first letter of the alphabet. And if we need to find that letters, right? And then if we look at the based on what we have underlined, yeah, we can say A goes first. So A is the first letter of the alphabet. Then the next letter we had to identify is L. Then we have L over here, which is the second letter. All right, and then we have Y, which we have over here, ally. All right. All right, so now we're going to put the words or put the letters in A, B, C order. All right, and we already identified that we can find the words, and then based on the words that we find, right, now we put it in alphabetical order in order to see which letters comes first. All right. Okay, so now we're going to our test. In our test, we are going to find and identify words or put the words in order of A, B, C. So now look at the letters N, C, and H. All right, so we need to put these in order, right? If we look at the first, we have N, C, and H. So the letters given to us is N, C, and H. We need to put those letters in order. All right, and if we were to put that in order, right, is it option one, we have C, N, H, or option two, we have C, H, N? And keeping in mind that it's almost like an alphabet string where we have letters A to Z. Keep that in mind. So now we need to put these in. We have N, C, H, and if we were to put it in alphabetical order, we will say it's option 2, which is first the letter C, then H, then N. All right, yeah. First C N, first C H, and then N. Remember, if we look at the alphabet, then H is before N. All right. Remember, it is C H and then N. Right? So first H and then N. We need to put this in order. We have W, S, and G. W, S, and G. We need to put it in order. Is it like option 1, W, G, and S? Or option 2, G, S, W? We need to put it in order of the alphabetical order, A to Z. Which one is first, which one is second, and which one is last? All right. So we see that we must put the letters in order. We have W is G. All right. And if we were to put that in order of which letter comes first within the alphabet, is it W, then G, then S? Or in the alphabet, we first have G, then we have S, and then we have W. Which one is correct? Remember, we need to put it in order. Like, for example, if we put this in order, then we're going to go with option 2 because G in the alphabet comes before S, then W is the last one of that three. All right. And now, if we need to put that in order, we have L, E, and P. We have L, E, P. We need to put this in our ABC order. All right. And if we were to put it in order, we have L, E, P. Are we going to go with E, the first option, which is E, P, L, or the second option, which is E, L, P? That is if it's in order. All right. And if we were to identify, all right, and if we were to put that in order, then we will say first say it's E, then it is L. All right, and if we put this in order, we will go with option two, which is first letter E, then letter L, and then we put the P. So option two is correct. All right. So now we need to put these ones in order. And if we were to put these letters in order, we first have M, J, E. We need to put it in order of which letter comes first and which letter is last. All right. And if we were to put it in order, we said we went with E, J, and M. All right. So now, yes. Right. So do you see how we also had to put our letters in order from A to Z? All right. So now we're going to the next one where we need to put the words in ABC order. And in order for us to put words in the ABC order, we need to use the alphabet, which is A to Z. All right. And it says in order for us to put the words in order, which is like the ABC order, we need to use the alphabet. And here we have the alphabet A to Z. right? So even if it means that we must think of words that we can put in, like for example, jumble it up and then they need to identify the words that you can put in order. All right. We see that if we look at each of the words or the letters, right, then we see where it must go within the alphabet. All right. So we see that we can put these words basically in order using the alphabet system. All right. And if we were to, all right. So now if we look at the words, right, we're going to look at certain words that we're going to identify and we're going to say whether it was the first, somewhere close to the beginning of the letters in the alphabet, middle, or last. All right. And we see that the words that we need to look at in order to put in order, it's ice, less, and cookie. So if you look at the words, right, the words that you need to specifically look at is, or let's say the letters actually in the word is the first word of that, the first letters of the word. And that is why they say we need to specifically look at the alphabet, A to Z. Because now, if we look at the word ice, last, and cookie, here we have ice, here we have last, and here we have cookie. So if we were to put that in those words in order, then it is cookie, ice, and last. All right. All right. All right, so now we're going to begin our test. We need to put these words in ABC order, meaning from the word that is the first word somewhat in the alphabet compared to the three words that is given. All right, and if we were to put it in order, yes, if we put it in order, we will say it is first cookie, then ice, then it is lettuce. Look at these words, right? And look at the first letter of these words. We need to put it in order. We have zoo, paint, and fitted. All right. So the first words, or let's say the letter of those words. So look at the words. It says put these words in ABC order. We have zoo, painted, and fit. All right. And if we were to put these words in order now, we have zoo, painted, fit. One of the words that is first would be fit, then painted, then zoo. Then we also need to put these words in order, which is under, every, sitting. All right, so we have under, every, and sitting. We need to look at the words and then also try to look at the alphabet or try and picture the alphabet. All right. So we have under, every, and sitting. If we look at those words, we need to identify the word that is first. All right. And if we were to, So we need to put it in order. We first said it is under every sitting. Now we need to put that in order of which one is first in the alphabet, the A to Z. And if we were to put it in order, and we say that if we put the words A, B, C in order, and then yes, it is every, under, and oh, every sitting and then under, sorry. Right? And that is basically how we put words in order, by first looking at the first or the letters of the alphabet. Alright, so which means that you will know or have to know the letters of the alphabet A to Z and to see which one comes after each other in order to identify which word or letter comes first, especially when it comes to putting your words in order in ABC form in the alphabet. Alright, so this is now the end of our lesson on alphabetical order. Thank you very much, grade ones, for joining the class. And I really hope that you're going to have a good day further. All right. And if we were to, all right, so this is the end of our lesson. Grade one, thank you very much for joining the class. And I really hope that you are going to have a good day further.